Two claps. So we're gonna start with what subject? Science. We're gonna start with science. Okay? And today in science, we're gonna learn about fossils. Okay? And we're gonna create a fossil. Obviously not a dinosaur fossil, right? We're just gonna be doing a little project, a little experiment. Grace, put that away, please. With fossils. Okay? I'm going to model and explain how we're gonna do a fossil here in front. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna continue with the class after we finish doing our fossils. Fossils are not gonna be done today because they need to dry for tomorrow. Okay? We're just gonna put the mold today correctly. Okay? And I'm gonna be explaining step by step. So today we're gonna learn about fossils, how to create one. We're gonna learn about the different things that the layers of the earth have, and how rock formations, how rocks form, how they start degenerating. Also, we're gonna learn what things affect the rocks and how they change. Okay, during time. For example, I don't know if you have seen the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an example of erosion and how rocks have been changing during time. Okay, but we're gonna start by looking at the three higher thinking questions that we have, and I wrote them in the board. The three higher thinking questions that we're gonna have during this lesson. Okay, so take out your notes because you're gonna write them down, because those are the three questions that we're gonna be reflecting during our lesson. Okay, I'm gonna read them quickly while you write them. Okay. How can we create a fossil? What is the first question?
How can we create a fossil?
How can we create a fossil? Yes, it's a basic one. That is the first question that we're gonna be thinking about and reflecting about and analyzing. Okay, number two, how can you identify the changes in a landscape over time? Everyone, at three, you're gonna start reading. Sorry, 1, 2, 3.
How can we identify landscape in time?
You're gonna read them again. What's happening? We don't know how to read correctly today, or what? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
How can we identify landscape over time?
To start, do you know what's a landscape?
Yeah.
What is a landscape? A landscape is like, for example, you go into a top of the mountain and you look all the way in front of you, down. That's a landscape. Observing all the land in front of you. Okay? For example, you go to the Grand Canyon, you're gonna see a landscape. It's a landscape right there. Okay? If you go to Yosemite Park, you're gonna see a big landscape there. Okay? That is a landscape. A big piece of landing that has a lot of features. First warning, Malachi. That has different areas. That has a river. Okay? That has mountains. It can have different things. That's a landscape. So we're going to learn how you can identify the changes in a landscape. How does it change over time? Okay? And number three, how does weathering affect the rock? We're going to learn about weathering. What are we going to learn about?
Weathering.
What is weathering? How does it affect the rock? How does weathering affect the layers of the earth? Okay? How do fossils exist? All of those things we're going to be learning. Yes.
Pencil, I think I forgot mine at this class.
Okay. Go get it, please. That's what we're going to be learning today. How can we create a fossil? How can you... Those are the questions that we're going to be asking ourselves today. Okay? And we're going to start with our science project. Okay? I'm going to start. I'm going to make teams of 2 or 3. Again, you're going to make teams of 2 or 3. You're going to settle down in a table. Okay? You're going to choose a table. 2 or 3. There cannot be 4, not 5. 2 students or 3 students in a group. Each group will have a little element, a little figure that they were going to try to do a fossil with. Okay? Each group will have one. Are we understanding that?
Yes. Got it. Ian?
Cárdenas? Ian Cárdenas.
Ian.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a piece of clay. What am I going to give you?
Piece of clay.
The piece of clay, you're going to get it, and you're going to make a little ball with it in your palm, correct?
Yes.
Then you're going to get your object, and you're going to press against it as hard as you can. Not all the way down, because it's going to break the clay, right?
Yes.
Just press enough so it has a little bit of support there. That's going to be in your team. Okay? Then, whenever you have the mold of that fossil, of that element you have, of that thing you have, then we're going to make a mixture. I'm going to give you this little cup over here, and I'm going to give you some mixture called plaster of Paris. What is it called?
Plaster of Paris.
You're going to get a little bit with water. You're going to mix it using these sticks. Okay? You're going to mix it. And that, whenever it's mixed, remember, it cannot be that watery because it's not going to mold, it's not going to dry into a fossil. It has to be mild. Not hard, not like slime, but not watery. It has to be in the middle. Okay, so you can pour it into your mold that you just did in the fossil. Do we understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna be doing that experiment right now in teams of 2 or 3. Okay, so I'm gonna give you time to get into a team. Go. Very good. It looks like you have poured into the mold. Very good. 1 clap. 2 claps. Eyes on me.
Eyes on you.
Very good. We have finished with our experiment. Sorry. Now we're gonna pass into the next area. We're gonna be looking at some landscapes, some pictures. Okay. I'm gonna give you 2 kinds of pictures. One from a lot of years ago, and another one from right now, a current picture. So I'm gonna give you 2 pictures in your group, okay? And you're gonna look and observe them. You're gonna analyze them. You're gonna observe them and check for the differences. What is different from the one a long time ago and the one right now? And we're gonna discuss in our team, in our group, what are the differences we can find? What are the differences we can see, Vivian, in those 2 pictures of landscapes? And then we're going to have a discussion. Do we understand?
Yes.
I don't hear you.
Yes.
Very good. Students are discussing about the pictures and the differences they can see in the pictures. This is a collaborative learning strategy. So, we're going to learn something that has affected the rocks and the environment during all these years. Okay? That is called weathering. What is it?
Weathering.
Weathering is the vocabulary word we're learning today. Okay? Weathering is what has affected the rocks during time. Okay? And I have the definition right here because we're going to write them down. Write it down. So take out your notes. Okay? Weathering. Weathering is the breakdown of rocks at the Earth's surface by rainwater, temperature, and biological activity. So there's 3 factors here that affect a landscape. Weathering.